Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Can do you remember when we would get so excited because it was like Friday and it's like the weekend and we could go out, we could go to a party, we could go to a bar, we could go out to dinner. Well, that's all gone. But, we can still have fun. We just got to think of things to do. But I think it's so funny on our website. Once we had this post where they said, we need to go back to those little panties that have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on them. Remember when we were little tiny, 5 years old, we'd wear those? Because now it's just like all runs together. It's Friday, this Friday, it could be Monday, it could be Wednesday. I don't know. It just kind of goes, all runs together. Anyway, question today for you guys is what was the happiest moment of your life? Now, I want you to really think about that, and I want you to write and tell me what it was. And I'll tell you what mine was. But also, I would love it if you would hit the share button down there. Just click on it and help me. I didn't realize that I needed to have some shares going on, so that would really help me a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you would hit that share button. Okay, so the happiest moment of my life was when my daughter was born, and that was 53 years ago. And at that time, and oh gosh, that was back when you couldn't find out what the sex was. So it was, when I had this little girl, and oh, thank God I had this little girl because I just can relate to little girls. And I would have loved a little boy, but I just think it was easier for me with the little girl, but who knows? I will never know. She's an only child, and we were lucky to have her. We had a lot of trouble getting her. But anyway, I'm in the hospital. It's in St. Louis, and I know this is going to sound crazy to all of you, but back then, 53 years ago, St. Louis, the hospital there, and I can't remember the name of it, was they had this, they were doing an experiment, and it was like you stayed in the hospital for 10 days. Now, can you all believe that? 10 days you had a roommate, and you had a nursery connected to your room, and you had your babies in there, so you could go in there anytime and bring your baby out and cuddle with her and in your bed, and then the nurse would come in during the night and feed her, so you didn't have to get up or anything. And oh my gosh, it was just so fabulous. I know they discontinued the program, but oh, my little girl I took her home the first night. She slept 12 hours through the night. And I know that was because I had bonded with her for 10 days and I didn't breastfeed. Back then, it was really weird. You didn't breastfeed. It was like a no-no or something. I don't know about the rest of you, but it just wasn't in to breastfeed. And I had tons of milk, and I wish I would have, but it just wasn't the thing back then. I don't know. But anyway, but I've got her in my arms, and I'm looking at the TV, and Miss America is on, the Miss America pageant. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope she doesn't grow up and want to be a Miss America. And then I looked down at her, and she was just sweet little face. And I thought, but you know what? If she does, then that's okay. I'll stand behind her, and I'll be there for her. But right at that time, Gloria Steinem was starting, and Gloria Steinem is about 3 years older than I am, so she was around my age, and she was just hitting the trail on these speaking things and everything. And I was just, oh my gosh, Gloria Steinem was kind of my idol. Now, I didn't like the women's lib thing. I didn't go that far, but I really liked the women's movement. And she really spoke a lot to us, and I thought to me. And I would look at my little baby and I'd think, oh my gosh, maybe, hopefully she'll grow up and she'll, be, fighting for women's causes and all that stuff. Well, she has. I mean, that's exactly what she has done in her life. And I always think, Gloria Steinem talked about, equal pay and all that stuff for women 53 years ago. And here, 53 years later, we're still fighting for women's rights. Anyway, that gets too political. But But anyway, so I just remember that so much. I mean, it was like it was yesterday. This little baby in my arms and watching the Miss America pageant and Gloria Steinem out, after Miss America pageant, I listened to Gloria Steinem and her speech, and here I'm sitting there in the hospital with my little baby girl. And I was just like, it was just heavenly. And so that was probably, I mean, I think we've all had many, many happy moments in our life. I think we all could just talk about how how many we've had, because I know I've had many and I know you all have too. But just share with us and let's see what everybody's thinking. And I love it when you share these things on our Facebook. So do that for me. And then also don't forget to hit that share button down there, okay? And have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's gorgeous here, 75. We're going to go out and look at the leaves. The leaves are turning and they're absolutely beautiful. And I'm very anxious to do that. So just find something fun to do and we will talk on Monday. But let me know what one of the happiest times of your life was. Okay? Kisses, everybody. Happy birthday, Janet.